Hello buddy, and welcome back to PlayStation Doom Reloaded 100% walkthrough and Ultra Violent. Today we are playing the penultimate level of PlayStation Doom Reloaded so far, and that is Gates of Redemption. Map 59. We have 249 enemies and 6 secrets. This is a big level, and it can be fairly confusing as well. In hindsight, now when I've made this level, I can see that I didn't probably do the best when it comes to layout. This is, I guess you would say, very old school. There's loads of switches that kind of open up things without much of a clue on what they actually do. There's going to be switches that raise up bars and bridges and stuff. But I guess that's why I'm playing blind. They're good as guess as any on what the hell they did. But I'll try my best to explain how this level is laid out. So anyway, here's the main hub area. And this area is actually inspired by A4M6 of the Ultimate Doom, a level that doesn't even feature in the original PlayStation Doom lineup. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take out this Archvile because he's in the centre of the room and he's going to be one of the more dangerous enemies to deal with. And the shotgunner who's shooting me in the back. And watch out for these other shotgunners. They're going to be the only other enemy to really worry about here. I'm going to leave these imps alive, they're not going to be much of a threat. I kill these nightmare imps over here though, because they are a little bit of a threat. Thanks mate, that's who I was trying to kill. So you want to come down here to grab yourself the grenade launcher if your pistol starting. But watch out. This guy. He's not too bad when he's on his own though, as long as you know he's there. So this is going to take us to a room that we've not been yet, but don't worry. Our first real secret is going to be right here. Watch out for the 3 nightmare imps in this room. 2 this side, and there's going to be 1 around this corner. I'll save that. There is a mega sphere we'll be grabbing relatively soon, so I don't think I'll need it. But so we kill these guys. There's going to be a few pinkies to watch out for in the Spectre. And these nightmare imps up here. Nightmare imps, regular imps. Anyway, and we're back into the centre room. Let's go this way first, because there's something important that we need to do for later. It's best not to forget about it. So watch out for this smallish trap. Just use your rocket launcher to clear out half the room, and the other half would be very easy to deal with. And this room is actually inspired by, as you see in a second, E4M7 of Ultimate Doom. So yeah, another Ultimate Doom level. This is inspired by that doesn't even feature in the original PlayStation Doom lineup. Watch out for that Pain Elemental. I'm going to hide here and wait for him to come to us. And here he is. And there he goes. It's best to let enemies come to us here. So this switch will raise up some bars so we can go down to this lift, and this is where the main Cubus was. When we come in here, this bridge will raise up as a little shortcut so we don't have to go through the whole area again. But what we actually do need to do, and this is mandatory and very important, kill this guy, press the switch, and that switch will actually lower the blue skull in here. So that's very important, because if you miss this area you're not going to be able to lower the blue skull when you finally get to it, which will be quite a bit later on. Let's go this way now. This way leads to an optional path for the BFG, plus a mandatory area for something else later on as well. Watch out for this Hell Knight duo. Just making sure there's a lost soul down there, and I don't want him coming up here and getting lost in this area. Let's do the BFG bit first. So this is the optional area. Watch out for these night ramps. Kind of tricky to see. Come on. Dead? Dead. Okay. Let's kill this guy. Ow. Excuse me. Press the switch and now we can get up here and shoot for no reason. So there's not much up here, just that health kit and this ammo over here, but if you shoot this and then immediately switch to the rocket launcher for wave 2 of Nightmare Imps and the BFG, which we don't need because I have 600 cells. Cool stuff. Now we're going to go in here. Kill whatever's left of these enemies, including this Hell Knight. So this is important to come in here because there's going to be this switch here will actually lower down the wall, which is mandatory again, which is blocking you from getting to the blue door. So not only is the blue key hard to get, and you need to go down lots of different branching paths, but the blue door itself is also hard to even access. And it's going to be quite tricky because you can hear him already, the Archvile. He's going to be in this big open room, and I'm going to try and use this area here to take him out safely. You do not want to fight him in the open room, or at least you'd be really cautious if you do. Come on, he's hiding in that room. Here he is. We should be fine here. Normally he walks into the rockets. He's still alive. That missed. Nice, okay. Okay, ow. Let's actually I'm gonna keep shooting. Okay. My controller's playing up. Please don't tell me I've got a dodgy controller. This seems to be a thing at the minute. Obviously I'm playing this with a controller for PlayStation doing reasons. But recently all my controllers are breaking. This is not good. This is not the time to start rapidly shooting. Yeah, I've lost PlayStation 4 controllers broke, one of the keys is broken, or one of the I think a square is broken on that. My PlayStation 5 controller is also broken because of the same reason, the squares is broken. And now it looks like my PlayStation 3 controller I use for playtesting PlayStation Doom is also broken. Great. They always break all at once. So yeah, watch out for this. This trap up here, again, mandatory. You're going to press this switch, which will open up this room here, which will take you to the area where we just killed the Archvile, where the blue door is. But first, we can go key hunting. Let's actually go and grab a key. We've pressed most of the dodgy switches now, which are hard to figure out how to navigate. So anyway, we're back here where we teleported in where them lost souls were. We need to press this switch, which is kind of out of the way for this. Again, this is mandatory. I'm going to let these guys come for us. There's also one hiding around here. And a Hell Knight there. Misjudged where he was. Do you know, this is, although this is MAP59, this is one of the longest lasting levels that I've made for PlayStation Doom Reloaded. I think I made this probably the first 10 to 15 levels I actually made for Fallen Earth. This is one of them levels I created. Yeah, this must have been 2018 or 2019, this level. I just had some strong ideas at the time on what I wanted for the level before last. And this is my last level, by the way. I don't know if I've mentioned that. I don't think I have. Watch out for this trap. This is kind of dangerous. The whole room fills up. The Mancubus and the Lost Souls are the worst here. That's why I've kind of not using my rocket launcher until I know it's safe. Still, you can get a rocket to the face from one of these. See, as I was saying, yeah, this is my last level, because the last level in the actual Fallen Earth is made by Yarkstead, so this will be my last level that you're going to see for a while, until we eventually get endgame out. And if I eventually get working hard enough on Fallen Triton 2 to even think about a release date. So anyway, we have our first red key. our first key, the red key. And you want to come this way to where that Mancubus was at the start, because this here is actually a secret. And we get to see a little bit of the map now. By the way, we get some rockets, a computer area map, and that switch will actually raise up a bridge so we can grab the quad damage much later on. Do you know what? Because I'm going to grab in a Mega Arm, Mega Seer for the last part of the level. I might as well grab this now. If not, it's just going to go to waste unless I save for the next level, but I don't think we're going to need it. Although the next level was probably the hardest level, a joint hardest level, or at least one very close to being the hardest level of all on Earth. So watch out for this trap. I'm using the wrong weapon. I don't know why I was using that. It's too cramped in here to use that kind of weapon. So this is where that shotgunner got annihilated by the Hell Knight, right back pretty much at the start of the level, where we went to grab the grenade launcher. Speaking of, nice, so we can use that to kill that guy here, if not it's going to get real cramped. And for that as well, if not, you've got this tiny little space to fight these guys. And remember to press this switch, because that will lower down the bars, so now we can get to this area. And this area is where the blue skull was. Remember, if you didn't press that switch round about here, this is still going to be raised up, and you're going to be very clueless on how to lower it. So yeah, you need to remember to press that. So we've got a little bit of a fight here. It's going to be 4 Mancubi in various parts of the room. Second one's in here. Third and fourth is actually where we need to go. Where the Archvile was. Or the other Archvile. And how we get to that room? It was this teleporter which is on this side of the room, which is definitely hard to remember when you first play through. Anyway, so now we can access this, which I'm not going to just yet. I'm actually going to grab the other secret, and how we get to that, we run and jump over here, and hopefully we can make it back. Phew. Okay, we're going to take damage from the lava there. So okay, let's see if we can make some use out of this quad damage. So around here is the blue door. When we come in here, you're going to press this switch, which will lower this bit to the outside. Now this is going to be useful for these night realms, because they're actually in lighting that makes them almost invisible. So I'm going to make full use of that to kill these guys quickly before it runs out. Nice. See, look how dark it is. You barely see these guys, and they're definitely going to be, I won't say dangerous, but problematic. They'll be annoying, if anything. So now we need to lower this, and how we do that? Simple. We press that switch, and now we have the big fight of the map. So let's lower this. And how we lower this? By pressing this switch, which is kind of obvious. So yep, we get to use and evolve for the final fight. But let's make it interesting. Let's do this fight normally, and I'm gonna actually just waste this now whilst I explain what this fight's about. So when we lower this in the Soul Sphere, there's going to be enemies that surround us. There's going to be a big group of Mancubi, Hell Knights, Pain Elementals, Imps, and over here where the yellow key is, there's going to be an Archvile. So once I press the switch, I'm going to run over here and kill the Archvile before he becomes too much of a problem when there's loads of guys in here. It's one of the biggest fights of Fallen Earth, but it's obviously nothing crazy here, because this is PlayStation Doom after all. This is inspired by. Although, bit of a spoiler, in Endgame there's going to be some more challenging fights on the way. Let's just say that for now. We're going to ramp the difficulty up a little bit. Nothing Hell Revealed 2 or nothing crazy, nothing like Sunder, nothing like that. But it will be a little bit more than just a couple of imps at a time, or a couple of Hell Knights at a time as the big fight. Okay, that didn't work. So let's use the BFG. Cool. So yeah, when we finally get endgame out, expect some bigger fights. This is very dangerous using this weapon, to be honest. Because look, this Spectre, I just saw him then. It's okay fighting him in the centre room. Even then, actually, you could take a rocket to the face and someone spawns in. The pain elementals have not shown up yet. Come on. There's one. Maybe I should have saved that. Mega Armor. Mega Sphere, sorry. Or Mega Armor, either one's fine. I lost a lot more health to what I actually thought I might have. I think there was 5 main Cubi. There's at least one more pain elemental. Here it is. We're way around a bit, yeah, because there's going to be a few late spawners. So let's kill this guy. I need to be at least one more Hell Knight. Now let's grab the ammo around the outside. Wait a few more seconds. Yep, and another Hell Knight, of course. It's always these late spawners. So all we have to do now really is exit the map, not too much else left to do, just a few more enemies. I'm going to set a set. If we miss an enemy, we know where he is. Let's get out of here. It needs to take us convenient where we need to go. Kill this guy. I think this is the last pain elemental for Fallen Earth. I don't think there's any on the last level. I love these guys. Oh, this Hell Knight hiding around this corner. Okay, he survived that. Did he not? He must have took hardly any damage on that. So there's also one of each Pinky type, the Pinky Spectre and the Nightmare Spectre. And we've killed everybody and we've got the secrets. Nice. And press the switch. Let's open up the exit. The really hellish exit, and where does this take us? Of course, to the final level. The final level is to be unique because it doesn't have the hellish sky. In fact, it has the Doom 1 Episode 4 sky in both PlayStation Doom and PC Doom, of course. The big nice orange sunset sky. But more of that in the next level. Yeah, Case of Redemption. So this is one of the earliest levels I've made for PlayStation Doom Reloaded. Or at least, I said it's around about the 10th or 11th map I've made for it. Of course the 33, although I've made around about 25, 26 I think in total. Maybe a little more. Yeah, but anyway, it's one of the earliest levels I made because I wanted to make one of the last levels because I had a few ideas at the time on what I wanted this level to be. I'm looking back on that, I said in hindsight I kind of screwed up a little bit when it comes to the pacing of this level. I think it's kind of hard for people to try and figure out where the hell you gotta go. I mean, I guess you could say it's a relic of the time, like obviously this is supposed to be like PlayStation Doom and all the other old school WODs, and obviously one of the things that old school WODs was famous for was terrible progression, basically, where there was like a random switch that would open up a room on the complete other side of the map with basically no indication that's what's happened. And that's kind of what it's like here with my project really, or this level in particular. There's loads of switches, loads of bars that kind of, they do things, but I know what I do because obviously I made the map, but I didn't really, for some reason, I didn't really think. Hang on a second, maybe that person's not going to know that this particular teleporter on the complete opposite side of the map is going to take you to the other complete opposite side of the level. With basically no indication that it does that. Going from the north completely to the opposite end of the south for basically no reason. I don't know why I've made it so complicated, but yeah. So if that's one thing I've had to improve about this level, it'd definitely be the pacing of it and the overall how you navigate through it, basically. But apart from that, I did kind of like this level. I still like the theme I used for it. Probably didn't come out the best, but because this is still when I was still actually learning a lot about the Doomworld at this time. So it's very early on, a couple of years ago. I think the last couple of years I've improved the most. At least I'm able to do a lot more to what I was used to back in the day. So yeah, if I made this level now, I think at least it wouldn't have had that navigation problem, but hey ho, it's too late for that now. So yeah, kind of challenging level. The art style is going to be a little tricky, but compared to some of the levels we had before, this is not too bad. But the last level, that's going to be it's going to be a tricky one. And to be honest, it's the level I'm least familiar with because it's one of the last levels to be made, and I've practiced it a little bit. But it's a big map. It's going to take a long while to get through it. So anyway, I'll leave that to the next episode. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.